Pop culture that scared me as a child. There are so many things that I could mention on this list that I don't actually know where to start. I was a huge scaredy cat as a child, and I usually avoided anything I thought might be remotely scary. I remember at one point I asked my teachers whether Shrek was scary. I didn't want to watch it because I saw Ogre and I thought, scary, not gonna watch. So this is sort of a different kind of video. It's kind of like Top 5 Wednesdays, but it is actually called Segue Magic, and I'll put a link to the Goodreads group down below. Basically, there are 4 topics every month and you just talk about them. I've been following the group for a while, but when I saw this one I thought it just fits in with my childhood theme for this month, and it also just fits me as a child because, like I said, I was scared of everything. So the first thing that I wanted to mention were a series of books, and that series of books is the Goosebumps series. I remember in the library we had a whole wall full of the Goosebumps books and I never even touched a single one. And I remember there was also a TV show, and I remember that whenever that theme song started, whenever the opening credits began, I would run for the remote, turn it off, and yeah. And it was really annoying because it would be like I wanted to watch some TV, but you had to go and put Goosebumps on. The second thing is Watership Down. I have no idea what this was about now because I refused to go back and watch it even as an adult. It was completely disturbing and terrifying, and all I know about it is rabbits and blood and fighting, and those 3 things don't go in the same sentence to me, they just don't. I had a teddy bear that was a rabbit and it sat on the top of my wardrobe, and I had to get my mum to throw it away because it looked like one of the rabbits from the film, and I couldn't sleep with it being there because I thought it was evil. All I could see was it just covered in blood, and it just horrible, 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 horrible. The third thing were the Borgs from Star Trek. I think this was like Star Trek Next Generation. It was the TV series that my dad used to watch, and he used to watch the films as well, and I think they're in one of the films because I remember that they're on the video cover. I have no idea what it was about them that used to scare me. I assume they were the villains. I think they had some sort of like mechanical thing going on here, and they were green, and yeah, I have no idea why I was so petrified of them, but I really was, and I would have to leave the room whenever one of them came on the TV, and my dad would have to wait until I was in bed to watch some episodes or to watch the film. And I have to mention Pinocchio in this list because Pinocchio is the most disturbing Disney film that there is, hands down. I won't hear any differently. That film is disturbing on all levels. It's one of those things where there's so many characters that are really horrifying that you just think, how did this even happen in one film? There are 4 bad guys in Pinocchio. Now, first of all, you've got the 2 actors, which are actually quite funny, but there's really creepy undertones. They kind of glamour Pinocchio out of his town with dreams of becoming an actor. Then he gets taken away by Stromboli, who tries to make him into a puppet in his show, and he's terrifying. Then you start to get really, really creepy. It turns out that naughty children can turn into donkeys and be taken away to Pleasure Island and have to live as a donkey for the rest of their lives, taken away from their parents, which is nightmare inducing. And then finally, right at the end, you have Monstro the whale. I actually lost a tooth to this film. I was really scared and I was biting on the video case, and when Monstro the whale does his whaley thing, I jumped and kind of flicked the case and my tooth came out and there was blood, and that whole film experience was not a good one. There were also the episodes of The Simpsons that were Halloween themed. I would always have to turn it off, and it was always really annoying, again like the Goosebumps things, because I would really want to watch The Simpsons and yet they would randomly put these Halloween specials on, not even around the time of Halloween, so you never knew when they were coming. and I've just remembered one, but this one I only watched the film last year, so I was 21 years old, and that is Jumanji. It was a case of the banging of the drums. I don't even remember getting past the first scene, like I don't even remember getting to the parts where animals would come out and start chasing you. All I remember is the sound of that drum and I was gone. Too scary, I'm out. So what were some of the pop culture things that you were scared of and possibly still are? Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!